97.
Lots of sunshine for your Thursday with temperatures into the upper 20s. This begins the climb for a pretty decent warm-up on the way. I'll have those details and more coming up next.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, Michigan lawmakers are going back and forth on what to include in the next state budget. We'll have the details from Lansing. Plus, we get an inside look into the Marquette County Sheriff's Office's dive team as they train for ice rescues. And the search continues for Nancy Guthrie, with a former suspect being released by police after interrogation. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
And a first look at your forecast as we get to the weekend. There's lots of fun happening, and it's going to be a really great weekend. Tomorrow is a good day to get some errands done. Anything you might need for to prepare for the UP 200 or Valentine's Day or President's Day, whatever you need. Upper 20s and lower 30s with plenty of sunshine. We'll end the day with clear skies, and tomorrow begins the start of that warm-up. I'll tell you how warm it's going to get and just how long this warm-up will last in just a few minutes.
Kelly, thank you very much. Michigan lawmakers are getting their first look at the state's next budget, and officials warn the plan could come with tough trade-offs. State budget leaders say falling federal support and lower general fund revenue are forcing new priorities while still trying to preserve major programs. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy has more.
The first look into Michigan's next state budget is revealing a much tighter spending plan, with federal policy changes and lower general fund revenue creating a projected shortfall.
This recommendation includes a $400 million withdrawal in fiscal year 27. Even with this withdrawal, sound fiscal management throughout the governor's term means our reserve balances have more than doubled.
State Budget Director Jen Flood says much of the financial pressure comes from new federal requirements impacting Medicaid and food assistance programs. The budget office estimates those changes could force the state to take on more costs, while some residents may still lose coverage.
We are projecting 200,000 Michiganders could lose access to Medicaid due to the new federal requirements.
New taxes on tobacco, vapes, and sports betting would pay for the increases. Despite the financial uncertainty, the proposal keeps several signature programs, including universal pre-K, free community college, and road funding. The recommendation also invests in senior support, including property tax relief and higher wages for some home care workers.
We are including $3.40 uplift on top of the minimum wage.
Last year's budget process was drawn out and behind schedule compared to previous years. Senate Appropriations Chair Sarah Anthony says her hope is to maintain a more professional standard as they make progress this cycle.
We did not meet our statutory deadline. We left local governments, we left school districts, we left nonprofits and the business community with uncertainty, with chaos, with unprofessionalism.
Lawmakers now have several months to negotiate changes before the final budget deadline, July 1st. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
Last summer, the city of Escanaba started a major construction project downtown, and the rest of that work is set to be completed this year. The city will be reconstructing Ludington Street from 6th to 9th Streets, and if funding allows, the work could extend to 16th Street. The project includes water main replacement, sanitary sewer and storm work, streetscape restoration, the addition of a bike lane, and additional parking. The city's water superintendent says while work will temporarily make Ludington Street a bit chaotic, the result will be worth any inconveniences.
I expect the residents of Escanaba to be overwhelmed with joy on what we get at the end of this project, despite it going to be very chaotic and disruptive on Ludington Street. I just hope they're patient with the construction that's coming.
Crews will begin construction once the winter frost clears. The Marquette County Sheriff's Department dive team held their annual ice rescue training today on Teal Lake in Negaunee. Our own John Truitt was there to check it out.
Ready? Always. Scuba diving in these harsh conditions is a valuable training tool because people falling through the ice happens far too often and can be deadly. In fact, while we were shooting this story, the U.S. Coast Guard responded to a person who went through the ice in Marquette's lower harbor.
Training in these cold conditions hones our skills, makes us better divers, and so when we're ready for the real thing, we're good to go.
Larson says the members of his dive team are fully protected from the cold by wearing dry suits and full face masks.
So there's actually no part of the diver that actually touches the water. Now with ice operations, we want to make sure we don't have a lost diver. So what we do there is we always have them carabinered into a rope at all times.
Jumping into a frozen lake doesn't seem that comfortable. However, Larson doesn't agree.
It's nice and quiet underneath there, so once you've done it a couple times, it's actually a very cool and interesting thing to do.
Safety is always the top priority, so the divers are tethered to a safety line at all times. The divers are also in constant contact with team members on the surface using an intercom system. One concern on Teal Lake is visibility.
Teal Lake visibility isn't really that good. There's a lot of suspended particles that are in the water, so we also have a lot of snow that's on the ice, so not a lot of that light is going to reflect in there, so it's going to be kind of dark.
Larson says the best way to avoid needing an ice rescue is to simply stay off the ice if you're unsure about its thickness. In Negaunee, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
The desperate search for Nancy Guthrie is intensifying as investigators review newly released images of a masked person on her porch the night she went missing just outside Tucson, Arizona. Andres Gutierrez is in Tucson with the latest.
FBI agents scoured Arizona's Catalina foothills in hopes of finding new clues in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. They're knocking on doors and searching through thick desert terrain, with the New York Post reporting on a black glove investigators found on the side of the road near Guthrie's home. The glove resembles the gloves worn by a person seen on doorbell camera video the night Guthrie disappeared. CBS News has not independently confirmed the report. On Tuesday, authorities released black and white images from the surveillance camera showing a person wearing a face mask, gloves, backpack, and what appeared to be a gun holster.
From the backpack to the holster to the potential weapon to the jacket to the flashlight in his mouth, the unique ski mask. Most of them have some unique characteristics that will absolutely be followed up on.
A law enforcement source close to the investigation tells CBS News they're familiar with the individual's brand of backpack and they're looking into it along with other brands.
As the search continues, authorities detained and released a man who says he was questioned for hours. I spoke with the man and he says he has nothing to do with Guthrie's disappearance.
Man, I hope they get the suspect, because I'm not it. They better do their job and find the suspect that did it.
The FBI is offering a $50,000 reward for information leading to the recovery of the mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie. The Pima County Sheriff's Department says it has received close to 19,000 calls since she went missing.
The Sheriff's Department says more than 4,000 calls came into its tip line within the past 24 hours. The department had mentioned that earlier this afternoon. Planes are flying in and out of El Paso's International Airport again after the airspace was temporarily shut down overnight. The official explanation, a threat from Mexican cartel drones that has been neutralized. But we've learned there's more to the explanation, and it involves high-energy lasers used to take down drones. Chris Van Cleve has the details.
For the next 10 days, we're stopped, all ground stop.
Okay, ground stop to 0630 for how long?
10 days.
The announced 10-day shutdown lasted only about 8 hours, but sources tell CBS News it stemmed from a dispute between the FAA and the Pentagon over planned testing of a high-energy laser system intended to take down drones. The DoD argued the testing was urgent and would occur over 10 days. The FAA responded by closing the airspace without advance notice, citing special security reasons and kicking off a firestorm of finger-pointing.
Decisions made without notice or coordination puts lives at risk and creates unnecessary danger and confusion.
The news sent other government agencies, including TSA and lawmakers, scrambling for answers.
We received notice at around 4:30 this morning.
So after the closure had happened?
I believe that's the case.
Yes. So that's a problem. If there's a major closure, TSA should know that there's closure happening. So should other agencies within the government.
For flyers, confusion and cancellations.
The attendant told me that the flight had been canceled, all flights going to and from El Paso, and I was like in shock.
The Trump administration said cartel drones crossed into U.S. airspace, prompting the Pentagon to act, though it's unclear when. Earlier this week, an anti-drone laser shot down what was thought to be a foreign drone near the border. It was later identified as a party balloon.
The FAA and DoD are not directly commenting. Drones linked to Mexican cartels are believed to be operating in the border area around El Paso. That is a concern for the Department of Defense. For the FAA, that deadly midair collision over Washington, D.C. last year remains top of mind. It appears the agency may have made a decision out of an abundance of caution, but perhaps not an abundance of communication.
Kelly Rowland has your first warning weather forecast when we come back. Plus, one Michigan teacher looks to keep students warm with a new invention and some advice for couples as they try to navigate their finances together. We'll be right back.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture. Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
You have questions. Are your elected representatives in Washington working for you, or do they stand on the issues and what's in it for you?
Get the answers you need on WZMQ 19 News. I'm Rachel Knapp.
And I'm Brendan Scanlon. Our job is reporting on Michigan's officials in Washington, covering and uncovering what they're doing, and then reporting directly to you. WZMQ 19's Washington Bureau works for you.
And we deliver.
Quality information straight from Capitol Hill. Only on WZMQ 19 News.
It's Winter at Kelly.
And I'm bringing the fun.
You better. It's Ken Jeong. I heard you shut down a dance floor.
Yeah, yes.
Was that planned?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't sober at the time.
Plus Marilyn Rice Cup. It's hard to follow someone crawling on the ground. I think I brought a little heat. I liked it. Definitely. You're making me feel hot.
You look so good. The Kelly Clarkson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ CBS.
Doorbusters. Buy this Ashley sectional and you'll get this ottoman free. Up to 60% off list at the President's Day doorbuster deals at Slumberland Furniture. Get this reclining sofa for just $6.99 and get the recliner free. This reclining sofa loaded with features, just $5.99. A Sealy mattress for just $2.99. Or a Lazy Boy recliner for just $2.99. Deals this hot are while they last only. Doorbuster deals, now through President's Day only at Slumberland Furniture. Doorbusters!
Live outside Marquette County? Every day, recycling is free at Recycle 906. Bring your cans, cardboard, plastics, and more. One day, one trip, a cleaner Upper Peninsula. See what we accept at recycle906.com.
Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News. Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back. A more detailed look at your forecast. 21 for the high. The average is 24. Just yesterday, the average high was 23. So this tells you once those normal highs start to rise, it's going to rise pretty quickly. And especially once we get to the start of spring, the new normal will be very comfortable. So we just have to get through this last little push of winter. It was very winter-like today, just shy of an inch of snow, but we're in for a true sneak peek, a taste of spring. Over the next few days, we'll begin that little bit of a warm-up. So here's your first warning weather futurecast. Cloudy skies, and we'll clear it out throughout the afternoon. We should get a pretty decent amount of sunshine before the sun sets, but the most important part is it's mainly going to be snow-free, with the exception of maybe a icy patch or a wet snowflake here and there, but not looking at any major snow systems or accumulation by any means, even for this snow out to the Newberry, Sault Ste. Marie area to start off your Friday. Maybe a burst of about a half of an inch of snow, not going to stick around all that long, and the clouds stay with us for the start of your Friday and then clearing out pretty nicely for Valentine's Day. So that's a look ahead all the way to the weekend, but just for the next 24 hours or so of the future snow, not much. This is purely just to show you that not much is going to happen snow-wise. So if you need to get out and get anything for Valentine's Day, just prepare for the weekend. Tomorrow's a great day to do so. It's going to be on the comfortable side. Temperatures will start to climb up and setting up for a really nice weekend, beginning with the fun on Friday. Friday, UP 200. The midnight run starts at 8:30, opening ceremony 6:30. You won't want to miss it. You do need to bundle up. I mean, it's still winter time and temperatures will be around freezing, but at least with a normal high of 24, this is a pretty nice relief, and it's not going to be in the sub-zero, not going to see any crazy wind chill values, so that's a win in itself. It's all about the little wins that you can get in the winter time. And for this holiday weekend, Valentine's Day, I'll give it an A with the sunshine and temperatures in the lower 40s. Yes, that's lower 40s. And then Sunday, some people celebrate this. If you've heard of a bromance, it's called Bros Day. I think the Bromance Day is in August 14th, but this is a time to get together with any male companions in your life. And President's Day, I'll give it an A- just because of a slight chance of a few drops, and it may be a wet snowflake, it may be a raindrop, just because we'll be in the lower 40s, so don't be surprised if you see a wet snowflake flying around, but not going to see much accumulation from it. So we're setting up for not only a nice weekend, but the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook still shows us trending well above average. This is a global or just a trend in weather that's going to benefit a lot of the country. So we'll feel the benefits as well, starting with tomorrow. Temperatures begin to rebound. They recover 40s for Friday all the way till your President's Day, and we'll keep it in a comfortable mid-30s as a few scattered flurries possibly returning to the area for this time next week.
Kelly, thank you again. A Michigan mom is hoping to inspire some young people with an invention that's now keeping elementary schoolers in the state warm during heavy snow days. This inventor also working with teachers to help them show their kids how they can come up with their own big ideas. Kylan Hall shows us how she found a solution for wet snow gear that keeps kids dry during and after school.
In Mrs. Kelly's 4th grade class, it's just about time to head outside for a competition to see who can build the best snowman. It gives students an extra break in their day, and it gives us a chance to see a new invention for the classroom in action.
I never knew an inventor. I never talked to anybody who made anything. I just kind of was like, I'm a mom. We figure things out.
What Karen Smoots figured out was that a simple plastic molding could dry all the snow gear coming in from our snowman makers in just 20 minutes. Borrowing heat from the venting system, the Eco Dryer doesn't just deal with ice and snow, it tackles some of the germs left behind after running, sliding, and building in the snow.
Sniffles and wiping the nose, or somebody coughs and they put their hands back in the gloves. It's just a breeding ground for bacteria. So this is made with antimicrobial agents, so when they put their gloves on, nothing grows on this glove dryer, and we start to inhibit the bacteria that's in their gloves too.
And 11 years after her first school sale, Mrs. Kelly's class is just one of thousands of classrooms in Michigan that keep the dryer handy. And each kit comes with a lesson plan teachers can use to spark conversation around big ideas their students might be brewing, like how to build a heater or a top-tier snowman.
And so we made a curriculum for both K through 2nd and then 3rd through 5th graders that the teachers can use in the classroom for credit hours. So it kind of teaches them about just using their mind to develop and create and think differently than just textbook.
Smoot says the Green Glove Dryer has impacted 500,000 kids in Michigan and was made possible through a grant from Consumers Energy, a partnership she hopes to replicate with similar organizations in order to provide the dryer for kids in Indiana. Valentine's Day is coming up, and according to Bankrate, 45% of people in committed relationships believe that they don't know everything about their partner's finances. And more than a third surveyed said they think financial infidelity is just as bad as physical cheating. Jill Schlesinger has some tips for couples trying to work on their finances.
Valentine's Day is approaching, but it isn't just about chocolate and flowers. It's also about open conversations on love and money. Because talking about money can be so uncomfortable, the best place to start is by setting aside a specific time and place to have the conversation. Establish some ground rules. No judgment, just open dialogue to share information. Start with the basics. Create or update a balance sheet. That's what you own and what you owe. Then take a closer look at how you spend. Track your cash flow instead of trying to stick to a rigid budget that's hard to maintain. And play to each other's strengths. If one handles day-to-day bills, that works. If the other manages investments, that's fine too. But information has to be shared. The key is checking in on your progress, ideally once or twice a year. A good time to do that is right after tax filing season. If, despite your best intentions, you can't talk about money with your beloved without sparks flying, maybe look to an expert like a CFP or a CPA who can help set common goals and find solutions that can work for you both.
Still to come on your 19 News, we'll have the details on this year's UP 200 silent auction. We're back in 2 minutes.
Do you suffer in pain? Are you stiff, tense, or less active? Introducing the Easy Well Remedy Massage System, a triple fusion of therapeutic experiences. Full body vibrational therapy increases blood circulation and reduces inflammation. Infrared heat penetrates deep to reduce pain, soothe, and relax. The Ultra Shiatsu pillow with 6 heated nodes mimics a professional massage. Plus, it's detachable for deep relief anywhere you need it. Experience the true remedy for your pain and stiffness. Call now.
Chips or cracks, we got your back. Brian's Auto Glass.
Cracked windshield, chipped glass? Don't wait. Call Brian's Auto Glass in Nagani. We specialize in expert windshield replacement, chip and crack repairs, and safety system calibrations to keep your vehicle road ready. Can't come to us? No problem. We'll come to you with our mobile service. Fast, professional, local. Brian's Auto Glass, where clear vision starts.
Good news, Michigan. Eligibility for the MyAble Disability Savings Program has expanded. Anyone whose disability was diagnosed before the age of 46 is now eligible to invest, save, and spend with MyAble, making it possible to plan for the future or fund everyday expenses related to healthcare, education, and more. See what MyAble can make possible for you at michigan.gov/myable.
PTSD isn't something that is just going to go away on its own.
Treatment works. It helps.
There's no shame in treatment.
Just do it. Your world will be so different afterwards.
It's a warrior sickness. It's not a coward sickness.
Never too late.
I guarantee you it'll help you.
It will change your life.
It turned my life around.
You can find peace.
Never thought I could feel this good.
Walk through those doors, take the step.
Go get help. It's the best and bravest thing you could ever do.
Treatment works.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. The Buddhist monks walking from Texas have made their way to Washington, D.C. Their mission is to walk for peace. People joining the monks on the last leg of their journey told our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp the monks bring a sense of peace during a time of division.
Walking 2,300 miles from Fort Worth, Texas to Washington, D.C., these Buddhist monks have captivated the nation. Their mission is simple: to advocate for peace. It's a message that's resonated across the country, especially here in D.C., the center of political discord.
Anybody want a peace bracelet?
Many gathered near the U.S. Capitol building Wednesday morning, hoping to get a glimpse of the monks.
We've been following the monks for the 100+ days they've been walking. The resilience, the stamina, the determination, the discipline that it's taking them inspired me to the point where I could not miss being here.
Others laced up their walking shoes, joining them on their last few stops of their mission.
Hope to walk with them for a while. Yes, I'm so excited. I wanted to see this because I think especially what America is going through, this is exactly what we need, a peace walk.
What was it like walking with them?
Division's going to drive us apart as a country, so if we can find these little things, if we can find that yellow, if we can find the warmth, the joy, the things that make us happy, I think it's just going to make it so much easier for all of us.
Corey Bailey, who is from Elmira, New York, hopes their message reaches everyone.
I'm seeing a lot of really strong reactions, a lot of really strong emotions from friends and family, and what I'm seeing on social media, and people getting caught up with, the politics and everything that's happening in the world. And I think, something like the Peace Walk is something that we should all be able to get behind and support and really embrace, because it's something good, it's nice, it makes us feel happy, it brings us all together.
In Washington, D.C., Rachel Knapp, WZMQ 19 News.
The UP 200 silent auction is open now through Sunday. Around 50 items are up for bidding this year, including local artwork, gift baskets, puppy gear, and more. All items can be viewed at the Marquette Holiday Inn, with 24-hour bidding exclusively taking place online. All funds raised will go back to the UP 200 for a majority of its trail and checkpoint supplies. Organizers say the tradition continues to bring in an unwavering amount of support that is, from across the UP.
The silent auction is the way that we give back to the sponsors and to the community. Bidding closes Sunday at noon. Pickup is immediately following for several hours, then again on Monday morning at the Holiday Inn between 8 and noon.
And be sure to also grab this year's UP 200 merchandise while you check out those auction items. Actor James Vanderbeek died after a 2.5-year battle with colorectal cancer. His wife Kimberly announced he rose to fame as a teen idol in the late 90s, starring in the hit TV show Dawson's Creek. Carter Evans has more about his life and legacy.
Dawson, yeah, I know. We met before.
James Vanderbeek led a generation through the tumult of teenage love as Dawson Leary, the title character in Dawson's Creek. The 90s TV drama turned Vanderbeek and his co-stars, Katie Holmes, Michelle Williams, and Joshua Jackson, into Hollywood stars. And the 1999 film Varsity Blues sealed his status as a teen heartthrob.
I don't want your life.
Vanderbeek's death was announced by his wife Kimberly on social media. He met his final days with courage, faith, and grace, she wrote. His cause of death was not made public, but in 2024, Vanderbeek revealed he'd been diagnosed the year before with colorectal cancer.
It has been the hardest year of my life. And this year, I had to look my own mortality in the eye. I had to come nose to nose with death.
He spoke publicly about his battle to raise awareness. According to the American Cancer Society, colorectal cancer is now the leading cause of cancer-related deaths among Americans under 50. 2 weeks ago, in his last social media post, Vanderbeek gave a tribute to his daughter and father on their shared birthday. He's survived by his wife and 6 children.
A wicked star is everyone, everywhere, all at once, while a singer cancels multiple dates on her upcoming tour. And it's the kickoff to Oscars season. Jared Hill has tonight's entertainment headlines.
Can you tell me where the Red Garden is?
Academy Award winner Michelle Yeoh takes on 5 different roles in the new short film Sandiwara. Set in the streets of Penang, Malaysia, the movie is described as a celebration of womanhood, cultural identity, culinary heritage, and the spirit of independent cinema. Shot completely on iPhone.
It's a privilege for you to be working with me.
Sandiwara opens in select theaters February 20th. Pop star Demi Lovato says she's canceling multiple shows on her upcoming tour to protect her health. In a post on Instagram, the Camp Rock alum wrote while preparing for the tour, she realized she's, quote, overextended what may be possible. Shows in Charlotte, Nashville, Atlanta, Las Vegas, and Denver have all been canceled. Lovato says tickets will be refunded. Funny man Steve Carell is headed back to your TV screen in HBO's upcoming comedy series, Rooster. Carell plays a best-selling author who agrees to guest lecture at the university where his daughter works after she burns down a faculty house.
It was an accident. She also assaulted a professor. I still love you. Ow! That was on purpose.
Rooster comes to HBO Max March 8th. And here's this year's crop of Oscar nominees. Emma Stone, Jacob Elordi, Tiana Taylor, and Timothée Chalamet were just some of the actors who gathered in Beverly Hills Tuesday for the annual Oscars luncheon. This marks the official kickoff of events leading up to the 98th Academy Awards. They air on March 15th.
Now don't go away. Final look at weather after this.
Optimize your home with Maytag and Whirlpool appliances from Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Maytag and Whirlpool offer best-in-class warranties on durable, state-of-the-art appliances, perfect for your laundry room or kitchen. Available in stock or online, plus free delivery and 0% financing.
Home loans that grow communities. Home is where memories are made and where friendships grow. At Range Bank, we believe your mortgage should come with more than just keys. It should come with neighbors that care. Let's build your future together, one home and one friendship at a time. Range Bank, home loans that grow communities.
At LJ Aesthetic Studio in Manistee, we believe that beauty is more than just skin deep. Improve your physical appearance, but also boost your confidence and well-being. We use high-quality products and the latest techniques to provide outstanding results. Our goal is to create a welcoming and inclusive space where you can relax, unwind, and feel your best self. Are you ready? LJ Aesthetic Studio in Manistee. Be your best you.
The Shortlist, a countdown show that's all sports. Only from SSN, the Cindy Sports Network.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see.
D-E-P-R.
Mental illness doesn't show up on a scale. Bipolar? Sorting out a mental health concern takes professional diagnosis and treatment.
Anxiety. I thought so.
If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
And a final look at your forecast as we anticipate a fun-filled weekend. There's lots going on, and even tomorrow, maybe you're getting your weekend started very early. This is a great time to get out and about. Just come out of hibernation, maybe upper 20s, lower 30s with plenty of sunshine, and even the feels-like temperature. The wind chill values will be above zero for most of us, with the exception out to the Ironwood area, maybe a few degrees below zero for those wind chills. And then once we go through the day, the sun begins to really shine, and we won't have any issues with the wind chill. The winds will be on the calm side, so it's going to feel more like a tease of spring than in the depths of winter. The snow stays to a minimum for the next 48 hours, which is perfect for all the outdoor activities that you may have. The UP 200, Valentine's Day, anything for this weekend, things are going to be on the dry side. We stay snow-free basically throughout the entire weekend. We may see a few wet snowflakes staying in the upper 40s for your President's Day, and things remain very comfortable for the start of this next week.
Kelly, thank you again. And finally tonight, athletes aren't the only ones drawing crowds at the Winter Olympics in Italy. Lovable mascots Tina and Milo are two of the biggest stars of the games. They're stoats, relatives of the weasel. The duo is sparking photo frenzies and sending fans racing to stores where plush versions are selling out. The mascots are named after the two cities hosting the Olympics. Tina is short for the alpine resort town of Cortina. Milo comes from Milan and represents the Paralympic Games. That's all the time we have for tonight, everyone. We'll catch you back here tomorrow at 6/5 Central. See you then.
I'm exhausted. Shopping for a mattress is just so confusing.
Sounds like mattress shopophobia. At Slumberland, our sleep counselors are here to help you find the best mattress without any pressure.
But awesome pressure relief.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
As the world evolves, so do careers. And the #1 question college students ask is,